Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, I Know Ball. Today we'll be ranking the top 32 second basemen in the MLB. 32 because 30 of them are the projected starting second baseman on each MLB team. 2 are free agents that definitely will be starting on a team eventually once they sign. Hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get right into it. Starting us off at number 32 is Bruxley of the Twins. He batted 221 with a 265 on base and a 585 OPS in 50 games. 3 homers, 27 RBIs. Can't say he's a bad player yet. Still young, he has a lot to prove. At number 31 is Lenyn Sosa of the White Sox. He batted 254 with a 283 on base and a 642 OPS. 8 homers, 35 RBIs in 100 games. Ended with a negative .4 WAR. Not a good defender. He's on the White Sox, so it really just makes sense. At number 30, Brendan Rodgers of the Rockies. I don't care what numbers he will ever put up. He plays in Coors and stinks. He hasn't been good his whole career. 267 average, 314 on base, 721 OPS. Terrible defense. He isn't a good player. Rockies need to move on. I would rather have every single player above him on my team. At number 29 is Jackson Holliday of the Orioles. Yes, he disappointed a lot of people this year, but if we are being honest, he was rushed up and he had so much pressure on him, but he is still a future face of this league. There's nothing to be concerned about yet. 189 average, 565 OPS, 5 homers, 23 RBIs in 60 games. He will be okay, I promise. Number 28 is Zach Gelof of the Athletics. This kid can be good. He came out hot in 23 and completely cooled off in 24. He hit 211 with a 270 on base, 635 OPS, 17 homers, 49 RBIs in 138 games, having just half the WAR he had in 23 with a 1.3B WAR. This ranking could look really dumb next year, but for right now, he's 28. Now, these next few guys are young guys who played good in a small sample size, but looked promising. Starting us off with 27, Casey Schmidt of the Giants. He batted 252 with a 283 on base, but slugged well to lead him to a 760 OPS, 10 extra base hits, 16 RBIs, 114 OPS plus. All right defense. Looking forward to his 25 season. At 26, I have Will Wagner of the Blue Jays. In 24 games, he had a 305 average, a 337 on base, 8 extra base hits, 11 RBIs, 25 hits. Played defense fine, nothing bad, nothing super good, but also looking forward to his next season. 25, I have Luis Angel Acuna of the Mets. In 14 games, he looked super good filling in for Lindor. 12 hits, 3 homers, 66 RBIs, 2 doubles, a triple, good defense. Also looking forward to his next season. At number 24, I have Colt Keith of the Tigers. Man, Keith can be a good player. He has a lot of potential and at some points showed a ton of promise during his rookie year. Finished the year batting 260 with a 309 on base and a 689 OPS, hitting 13 home runs, driving in 61, 15 doubles, 134 hits, all in 148 games. His fielding's very mid, not a great arm, but doesn't matter when he plays second. Number 24. Number 23, David Hamilton of the Red Sox. Somehow he managed to accumulate 2.6 B WAR, so that gives him a slight bump over Keith. He batted 248 with 303 on base and a 697 OPS, 8 homers, 28 RBIs. Once again, 2.6 B WAR, number 23. At number 22, I have Nick Gonzalez of the Pirates. I'll be the one to tell you because I watched every game that his defense isn't as bad as stats may say. He looked great wherever he was at. He has a nice strong arm. He batted 270 with a 311 on base and a 709 OPS. He hit 7 home runs and drove in 49 in 94 games. He came up this year at the same time as Skeens, and he just produced runs the whole season. At number 21 is Jorge Polanco. I love Jorge. I really hope he turns it around, but this past season he was awful. Straight buns. He batted 213 with a 296 on base and a 651 OPS. He hit 16 homers and drove in 45. I'm praying that whatever team signs him turns him back into 2021 Jorge Polanco. At number 20 of Andres Jimenez of the Guardians. I don't care how good his defense is, he can't hit the ball. Especially in the postseason this past year, he literally did not exist. He batted 252 with a 298 on base and a 638 OPS, 9 homers, 63 RBIs in 152 games, 4.0 BWAR basically only because of his defense. But everyone above him I'd rather have. At number 19, I have Otto Lopez of the Marlins. Otto is an amazing defender, having 14 outs above average. His offense may lack a little with a slash line of 270, 313, 690, 6 homers, 39 RBIs. Even though his defense shines more than his offense, like Jimenez, his numbers were way better in 117 games. Number 18, I have Bryson Stott of the Phillies. Now, I personally think Stott has good potential to be a top second baseman. Hopefully, next year he brings that around. Only batting 245 this year with a 315 on base and a 671 OPS, 11 homers, 57 RBIs. He doesn't strike out a ton. He makes contact. He squares up the ball. We just need everything to all come together next year in 2025. At number 17, I have Jake Cronenworth of the Padres. He had a very average year this year, batting 241 with a 324 on base and a 714 OPS, 17 homers, and 83 RBIs, which is honestly really good. He plays average defense between second and first base. He's an all right player. He does his job. Number 17. Number 16, I have Gavin Lux of the Dodgers. He started the year awful, but turned it around in the second half to finish the year with an all right year, batting 251 with a 320 on base and a 703 OPS, 10 homers and 50 RBIs with mid defense. Mind you, he just came off a terrible injury before this year, so now he's all warmed up, ready to go crazy. Starting off my top 15 is Michael Massey of the Royals. He batted 259 with a 294 on base and a 743 OPS, 14 homers, 45 RBIs, 17 doubles, 2 triples. Pretty good defense. I would love to see him get on base more, especially because he doesn't strike out that often. There's so much more to come from him. He's young on a young, hype Royals team. We're going to skip right to 13 because a guy I had at 14 I just realized should not be there. He should be way farther down the list, so we're going to act like it never happened. But at number 13, I have Gleyber Torres. Now, who knows where he's going to go or how he will even play next year, but we will see. He's definitely still a solid player, and he might just need a change of scenery. He batted 257 with a 330 on base and a 709 OPS, 15 homers, 26 doubles, 63 RBIs in 154 games. He's got potential. We just have to see where he goes next year and how it goes. At number 12, I have Bryce Terang of the Brewers. Bryce ended the year with a 4.7 B WAR and a platinum glove, which really brings up him on the list. Even though he may have not batted super well, yes, this is basically the same player as Andres Jimenez, but at least Bryce can hit in the postseason. He batted 254 with a 316 on base and a 665 OPS. He's still young, so he has time to get better at hitting, but Bryce is still a solid player. At number 11 is Nico Horner of the Cubs. Nico is a very solid second baseman, batting 273 with a 335 on base and a 708 OPS, 7 homers, 48 RBIs. But what really stands out is his defense, which he just comes second to Bryce Terang, but he's still really solid. He doesn't whiff, he doesn't strike out. Just a solid player. Kicking off the top 10 is Brandon Lowe of the Rays, 244 average, 311 on base, and a 783 OPS, 21 home runs, 58 RBIs, 2.4 B WAR in just 107 games. If he stays healthy, he could have another insane season like he did in 2021. Brandon Lowe, number 10. At number 9, I have Luis Rengifo of the Angels. Now, I personally really like Rengifo. I think he's a great player, and if he stays healthy, he could have a 2040 season. This year, he batted 300 with a 347 on base and a 763 OPS, 13 doubles, 6 homers, 30 RBIs in 78 games. I still don't know why the Angels didn't trade him, but he's a bright spot in their lineup. Number 8, I have Brendan Donovan of the Cardinals. Now, going into this year, we all thought Nolan Gorman was going to be their true second baseman and that he was going to rake. That did not happen, and Donovan stepped up and played great. Now, he may have played way more games in the outfield, but right now he is projected to start at second base next year. But in 2024, he had a slash line of 278, 342, 759, hitting 34 doubles, 3 triples, 14 homers, and 73 RBIs, while also being a great utility glove. Number 7, I have Luis Garcia Jr. of the Nationals. Garcia is an underrated player. He hits very well and plays really good defense, having 5 outs above average this year. Batted 282 with a 318 on base and a 762 OPS, 25 doubles, 18 homers, 70 RBIs, 2.2 B WAR in 140 games. He took a big step this year, and maybe he'll even take a bigger step next year. Number 6, I have Matt McLain of the Reds. This one's weird because he didn't play in 24 because of an injury, but this is going off his great year in 2023, where he batted 290 with a 357 on base and an 864 OPS, while slugging 16 homers and 50 RBIs in just 89 games. He also put up a 3.7 WAR that year. If he comes back and does this in 2025 or even better, who knows? He could be top three. Kicking off the top five, I have Jazz Chisholm of the Yankees. If Gleyber doesn't resign, this is where Fangraphs has him playing. When he got traded over from the Marlins, he brought a swagger to the Yanks and a good middle bat to lift this lineup to the World Series, batting 256 with a 324 on base and a 760 OPS, 24 home runs and a 73 runs batted in, 2.7 BWAR in 147 games. Had to play a new position when he came over and did fine. He's number five. Number four, I have Marcus Semien, who will probably play like the number one second baseman next year, just based on how his career has gone. Amazing year, then A year, then an amazing again. In 2024, though, he batted 237 with a 308 on base and a 699 OPS, which definitely isn't pretty. He hit 23 homers and had 74 RBIs. Semien has always played amazing defense, which led him to a 4.1 BWAR this year. I'm just saying, next year he'll probably hit 40 home runs and win the MVP. Number three, I have Ozzy Albies of the Braves. Just like all Braves, Ozzy slumped this past year while also missing time with a broken toe. I think he hit only 251 with a 303 on base and a 707 OPS, 10 homers and 53 RBIs in 99 games, but he did have 29 doubles, which is really solid. I don't know if he's becoming a only righty now or is he going to stay switch. We'll have to see. Didn't play defense very well this year. I'm hoping for a bounce back here from him. Just missed the guy on the top spot. I have Jose Altuve. Now, until Jose regresses badly, he is staying high up on this list. In 2024, he batted 295 with a 350 on base and a 790 OPS, 20 homers, 31 doubles, 185 hits, and 65 RBIs in 153 games this year. He did play very poor defense this year, so his age might be catching up to him on the field, but at the plate, he still looked really solid, accumulating a 3.4 WAR. And a very easy number one and by far the best second baseman in the MLB is Ketel Marte. Man, this guy played insane this year, and he ended with a 6.8 WAR, batting 292 with a 372 on base and a 932 OPS. 147 hits, 23 doubles, 36 homers, 95 RBIs in 136 games. Imagine if he played the whole season, playing amazing defense as well. Easily the best second baseman in the league. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, I know I said the first baseman would be next, but they have a lot of free agents still to not have signed, and this position felt like a more complete position to rank. Once again, thank you guys. Have a nice day.